Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is that time once again for some Fire Esports Overwatch here at Southeastern University. We have SU's red team going up against Baldwin University here, and it's going to be an exciting match. So, we normally don't get to watch the red team, we watch the black team, but today is a different set of circumstances where red team is playing on a different day, and originally, it was due to some conflicting, and we had to get some subs, so it's going to be interesting. We got our boy Austin playing on the red team once again. We get to see him and see how he's going here. So it should be good. I think it should be exciting to see our boy Austin play our caster, the man, the myth, the legend here. Who just knocked on the door? Austin, come on, I was just talking about you. Get in.
Let's get this dub, boys!
He's ready to get this dub. But, ladies and gentlemen, this should be exciting nonetheless. We'll be watching Austin the entire time, and that way, whenever he screws up, we can just, point and laugh at him, because that's what we do. I'm just kidding. But it will be exciting to see all of this go down. We're just kind of waiting for both teams to be ready here, and then we'll be off to Lijiang Tower. So, this will be good. I'm excited to see this match. We got subs, so it's going to be, an interesting turn of events because people are going to be playing with people they don't normally play with all the time, but it will be cool nonetheless to behold. So with that in mind, I think we're going to see some pretty standard comps. I'm assuming Ryan Zarya are going to be the tank picks on Lijiang, maybe see some Symmetra, as we tend to see. If I had to guess, DPS are going to be Echoes, McCree's a lot of the time. That's kind of what red team likes to run. But as for the rest, support-wise, probably going to see some Moira Ane maybe, some Lucio here and there. We'll find out. We'll see. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. But like I said, we're just waiting for the ready-ups from both teams, and then we'll be good to go here today. What do you want, people? See, this is what happens when you expect. Never mind. That's what happens in your family. Anywho, just kind of waiting here. Oh, it's probably Daniel, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your jersey? I didn't even think I was playing today.
All right. See, there's conversations going on, and it's just the whole thing, right? It's just back and forth, back and forth. All right. But with all that in mind, it's going to be exciting when you finally get to watch Austin play in a game here. It'll be good. It'll be fun. It'll be a grand... Actually, no, we got to see it before. I just wasn't here to see it myself in person, but now I am going to be able to watch it. I'm excited to see this. Austin over here sporting the Reaper profile picture in contrast to the Atlantic division that everyone else has. Come on, Austin, you gotta be uniform. Be uniform. That's not uniform. That's not uniform. Oh boy. Alright, well, as we're waiting to get started, everyone's excited. Austin, how are you feeling about today's game?
Finn, let me tell you, I'm feeling hyped. I'm feeling pumped. I am ready to get this dub, to secure this dub for the reputation of the school and the reputation of myself. This should be a phenomenal night. We're going to see crashes. We're going to see limbs. We're going to see demos. We're going to see everything.
Demos?
And you, I better be ready because this is going to be a heck of a game. If you're sitting down, go get some popcorn because this is going to be a long night and this is going to be an exciting night. Thank you, Finn.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Austin is raring to go, and he's ready with the rest of the team to get this dub. So, with that in mind, red team currently sitting at, a 1-3 in the record currently. So, not the best record overall, but certainly looking to improve that and maybe make it a 2-3 overall tonight. So, are they going to find the victory they so desperately seek? That's what we're going to find out in just a few moments. Austin's, certainly hyping it up here. Like I said, we're just waiting for the ready symbols here. My nose itches, but that's okay. Anyways, as we're getting ready to go into this, like I said, I think this is going to be a very standard game overall in terms of the back and forth. We're going to probably see some brawl on both sides. That tends to kind of be the favorable, especially on Lijiang. Brawl comp is the way to go. And again, that's pretty standard, and I think that's okay. And you're like, Finn, but this is kind of boring. We see the same comps over and over again. And I go, yeah, but listen, right? Just hear me out, okay? It's all right. It's okay. It's still fun. It's exciting. It's back and forth. It's nail biting. It's a good time. And so that's what I'm expecting to see here from both of these teams. I'm running out of things to stall and say here, to be perfectly honest with you. It's kind of hard when you don't have someone to bounce things off of when they're playing the game instead. And especially when you were expecting to have to play today. Looks like we're getting a ready call from SEU asking if Baldwin is ready to go here, and then if they respond with yes, then we'll be getting into Lijiang Tower and map number 1 of the set. So let's see here. Who said my name? What? No, I'm not playing. I'm spectating. Because Quinn's able to play. So you won't have to worry about me throwing the match. It's a joke. It's a joke. Don't worry. It's just a joke. Regardless, though, we're gonna sit and wait. Stop. No, I can read these messages later. I don't need these. Messages can be a pain. But like I said, we have the ready call from SCU. We're waiting to see what Baldwin says in response, and then once we get that good go ahead, we will be off and rolling with Lijiang. And we see Lijiang literally every single set because of course it is the required first map of the set. And we talked about before, SEU typically does pretty poor on Garden, in my opinion, does best on Tower, and then Night Market is that middle ground, but I have been proven wrong in the past with that. So we'll see if that holds true tonight. I feel like Red Team, in particular, struggles a bit more on Garden, just because of the way they like to play. They like to play a lot more straightforward, and the way Garden is set up with the ways you have to get to the point, either going across the bridge or through White Room, they are very different. It looks like we're getting the ready call from Baldwin. They're ready. I like that once I say ready, everyone turns to attention. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into map number 1, Lijiang Tower. Here tonight, SU Fire Esports Red Team versus Baldwin University. This is going to be an exciting match, and it looks like we're going to be starting on Gardens here tonight. Waiting for...
Wait, why is the show if their team is picking? Oh, because I did start game mode.
I hit start.
Escape. You sit with it.
Why did it not go properly?
It's working.
Did it work? Okay. I was like, I don't know what happened there.
If you want to match,
I did nothing.
You want me to go jump for the sim, or?
we speed out of spawn.
Well then.
We go back to the speed. You speed out of spawn. Does everyone know where the little arch is? You start the team at that arch. TP on the
Well, that was interesting. It's like it all went correct. This is how it normally goes. Anyways, now we're ready to go. Now we're ready to rock, and it looks like I'm going...
When you get there, I didn't go to the right side of the pillar, okay?
Who messed with my controls?
As soon as we TP, everyone just go right.
What in the world?
I'm gonna put mines and stuff down.
Where, hold up.
Wait,
I'm gonna be honest.
Only you can do your rollout.
What?
Better for me.
It's not me.
here's on the Wi-Fi, bro.
Door's stuck.
Who paused?
Please.
I'm so confused.
Why did we pause?
I don't know.
But have you seen the 60 FPS version?
Well, apparently spectating tools are just not going to work tonight at all. So we're going to be watching from... Oh, there we go. Now they're working. I'm rather confused. Anyways, SU already getting onto the point here, and it's going to be the counterattack from Baldwin here, coming on with the TP, but they're going to be losing 3 members off the bat here. Silent Sword doing his best to keep everyone alive here on the Baptiste, but it's going to be pushed off. Gaming Legacy going to be holding still for some reason or another, but it will be SU gaining control of the point here and bringing the... Oh, come on. You got to cap the point, guys. If you're not capping the point, you're not getting percentage, you're not winning the game. That's how this works. It's going to be Takeo here on the Mercy, trying to keep Pyro alive here. Going to be raining down rockets from above onto SCU's side of the field here. I still can't pause the game. Or, not pause the game. I still can't swap spectators here with the keyboard, and it's bugging me. But regardless here, it's going to be SCU on the point. They're going to be healing up, staying well. Shadow Merlin going to be taking a little bit low, half HP here, but the heals are coming through, keeping them alive here. The contest coming through. It's Baldwin finally pushing on Immortality Fields up here. Narwhal Lord is going to be pushing through on the Zarya here. Going to be getting as much damage and charge as possible. 2 members down, SCU, 3 down on the side of Baldwin here. And it's going to be Pyro dealing as much damage as he can before finally taken down. And now it's going to be Baldwin on the attack once again. SU just managing to keep a solid control on Garden. And I talked about I felt red team struggled more on Garden than black team did. But they're proving me wrong that they have come into this game with a strategy and a plan. Which I know those are the same thing, but that's besides the point. They've come in with a strategy that they are executing. Oh, speaking of execute, though, it's going to be garbage time taken down here, and it's going to be Hybrid Baldwin pulling onto point. It's going to be the Graviton Surge here, but the lamp comes up, and so does the giant wall from Xylem here. Going to be keeping everyone alive. Silent Sword and Xylem keeping the team alive here. But the Soundbearer going to be coming up 2 members down only on the side of SEU. They still have a chance to pull this back here. Xylem just putting out the damage with the Symmetra Beam, not needing to reload due to the shields here. And it's just going to be putting in as much as he can. Taken low, but the heal's coming through with the Valkyrie from Takeo here. And even though there's still a contest here, it's going to be Shadow Merlin on the contest. Going to be taken down as Gaming Legacy, Pool Shark, and Garbage Time trying to get on the point here. But they're going to have to back out. Imperium on the point, just stalling out, trying to get to that 99%. And they make it. SU 99% before taken off by Baldwin here. Going to have to regroup and prepare for their first retake of the match. Now, as they get ready for the first retake here, this is an important part of the game, right? When you get to 99%, you're like, oh, whatever, it's calm, or it's over. But if you lose the point there, all you got to do is win one team fight, and it's over. You got to make sure not to stagger people too much, though, because if you, for example, kill Delta off the back, and then it's just Baldwin able to swap over. Oh, the grab, but the lamp and the shield are there. The window coming up from SEU, and they're actually going to be securing 2 kills off of this, despite the fact that it's going to be the grab. Garbage Time goes down here, and Hybrid gets resurrected by Takeo here. And now, Narwhal Lord is going to be giving the bubble over to Shadow Merlin as he charges in, and he's in there. Earth Shatter's ready to go, and the turrets are falling one by one. The SU is going to capture the point. They're going to take the first... Oh, no, they're not. It's going to be Pyro and Silent coming back onto the point here. The tire coming out from Garbage Time. He's looking to get some kills off of it. Not only going to find one on the Pyro. He needs to get back onto the point here real fast. Come on, Austin. Gets a kill here. That's going to be the ball I talked about. Hybrid is going to be the one. Ryan gets trapped in the Junkrat trap. Not going to be killed instantly, though. And the Justice rains from above from Pyro there. It's not going to be the kind of situation you want to be in if you are SEU on the receiving end of that. But it's going to be Xylem here who's really holding it together, just keeping that beam going as long as possible. The Valkyrie coming through as well, going to be keeping Delta alive here. And with both tanks and the Valkyrie here, it's going to be hard for SEU to hold this down and to take it back in its entirety here. As SEU is just trying, they have it contested, 45%, not going up any higher here. It's the 99%. It is SU in control. They just got to get it up. Opponent Pendagovnacine. It's going to be just an insta-grab there from Narwhal Lord. Not really going to be accomplishing too much there. I'm not entirely certain the point of that one. But it's going to be Imperium just trying to get some damage on the ball. The flashbang, but ball's already dead here. Shadow Merlin on the point still. Just going to be doing what he can to stay alive. The hammer down coming through onto Delta, and Delta finally going to be taken down. It's just going to be Silent Sword and Pyro on the point here. The 2 remaining members of Baldwin is down to 1. But as I say that, Hybrid gets back to the point, and Hybrid and Asylum have to keep it together. They have to hold on as long as they can. The mines are coming down, and the shield is up. He's still at over half HP, 58 HP left on Hybrid. He's finally taken down, and SCU is just one after another. Baldwin are relentless in their attack here. They will not give this up as if it were their firstborn child, but eventually that child grows up and moves away, and SCU takes point number 1 on Lijiang. Woo! Now that was a fight, ladies and gentlemen. That was quite the fight indeed here. So we get ready to go to point number 2 on tower here, Lijiang. Here we go. Let's see what the change-ups are. Pyro swapping over Junkrat. Garbage time going to the Reaper here. Kind of a bit of a swap. No, actually going to be swapping back. It's going to be the Junkrat on Junkrat action. They decide, you know what, Farah not going to be our best friend on this particular map. 4, 3, 2, 1, ladies and gentlemen, and we're off. Point number 2, the mine misses. What was that, Austin?
I don't know.
What was that?
It's really weird. I don't know. I don't know how to know my computer and an Apple notification.
Oh my goodness. Austin just already blundering his team here, but it will be both lamps take it down already. Taiko is going to be the first to fall in this engagement here. Narwhal charging in head first. He has no fear as he moves on through. He's going to be going to looking for Hybrid. Says, I'm a better Zarya than you, my friend. As now it's going to be Delta playing the front line here with Xylem doing as much as they can, but Baldwin's going to be falling one by one. And the Silent Sword better ring true now, because otherwise they're all going to die and they're all going to have to get out regardless. Take the teleporter if you need to. It's just going to be taken down anyway here as the rest of SEU follows up, and with 12% already on the timer, SEU in a good position to start off with. 2 ultimates ready to go on both sides here. About to be 3 on the side of Baldwin and on the side of SEU. Both teams hitting that 3 ult mark here. Almost 4 now. Fire in the hole from Pyro coming out here. It's stalling on the side. Waiting for the opportunity. Strike down to 4 HP. It will find a kill on the Gaming Legacy here. That's going to be a good kill. The barrier not going to be going off. Xylem going to be caught up in the Graviton Surge here. And it's going to be tons of free damage for SEU. The Lamp comes out here. Lamp going to be down now. Not going to have that up for 25 more seconds here. Now, SEU has to make their way back onto the point. It's just the DPS alive. And now it will be Austin grabbing 1 kill with the tire here. But Baldwin takes control, 48% for SEU. Now, SEU has to make their way back. They can group up, but Taiko will have the opportunity to get back at that point, so their advantage is gone here. Damage going to be coming through onto the Reinhardt shield here. Shadow Merlin is going to be popping the Earth Shatter. It's not going to be doing a whole lot here. Gets blocked by Delta. Wonderful shield. Step right up, says Imperium, though. And that is going to be a kill with the High Noon. It's also going to be getting the Lamp here. Going to be going for the teleporter. Is going to be taking it down. And now joining into the thick of the team fight. Going to be finding Silent Sword and Xylem. Those are 2 good shots to take down here. Narwhal Lord is taken extremely low, though. The heals are going to eventually come through. And SEU takes the point once again, heading that 50% mark. They managed to do it with 10% more than Baldwin, holding that point there. Opponent putting to go to the scene, though, coming out as well as the tire. Here we go. That will be Hybrid falling, though. And the Lamp is still up. Tire not going to be finding any purchase here. And the heals coming through. Here comes the sound barrier from the side of Baldwin, though. And Pyro gonna be set into the thick of things here, and it's just gonna get knocked up and destroyed by SEU here. The Graviton Surge came through there to just keep him pulled up. I don't know what the plan was there. He just got knocked in by something. I don't know if it was Garbage Time's mine or his own, but he just got sent flying, and unfortunately for him, that was the end. Pool Shark and Garbage Time going to be poked out here by the enemy team here. Taiko and Pyro going to be dealing tons of poke damage here to combine. The Shatter coming through, only going to be securing 3 actually. Here will be securing the kill on the Gaming Legacy. Shadow Merlin is going to fall as well, and now it's going to be SEU's time to back out. They get to 99%. The Lamp not going to be keeping Imperium alive there, but Baldwin certainly is in favor of that. Is now, here we go. Riptire's almost ready to go, and they've got the wall and the window here. 3 ultimates ready on the side of SEU as well. It's fairly even on the board here. All right, it's fairly even in terms of stats. And, you know, SCU, they just need to get a little bit done here. Oh, Imperium get taken out by the empowered bombs. Here we go, fire in the hole coming out from garbage time here, stalling it out. Waiting, and finding a kill on Asylum. Definitely take that, especially when they're on the defense. Shadow Merlin is going to be charging in. And Delta's going to be charging right back at him here. Saying, behold, you can charge, I can charge too. It's going to be the sound barrier up for SCU here. Going to be making it so that Tire is going to have a bit of a problem. But it will find 2 kills anyways. Pyro is able to get it through here. And now Imperium just has to poke from a distance with Narwhal Lord on the retreat. SCU. I said that I felt Tower was their best, but I'm being proven wrong here. They might have to play for Night Market at this point. 93%. They have to win this team fight. They have to contest the point. And here it goes. The engagement is through. It's going to be Shadow Merlin on the point here. The heals need to come through. The lamp is up, keeping him alive here. And here we go. It's the wall and the grab here from each side. The shatter into the shield. I'm not really certain what the plan was there. You've got a Symmetra wall and a Reinhardt shield in front of you, and you just decide to shatter. I don't know what the exact line of thinking is there, but it's going to be a 1-for-1. Both Reinhardts down. Silem going to be the next to fall here. It's going to be SU with the advantage here. That lamp needs to die, and it will die indeed. They've got the window. They got the Tire, and here comes the Tire up and through. It's going to catch Pyro here, but the Graviton Surge from Baldwin is going to be keeping this fight going in their favor a bit here. They are down 3 members, so SU will finally take it 2-0 on Lijiang Tower to SEU. A hard-fought victory indeed, ladies and gentlemen. SEU showing up to play Narwhal Lord with the play of the game. Let's take a look. Here we go. It's just going to be the holding in here. So let's see here. That's where the shatter, and then there's Pyro coming through. Yeah, it looked like it was Garbage Time's Mine that hit him through there. So that was good. Well done indeed. And that's going to be map number 1 to SEU, bringing them 1 up in the series so far, and of course a best of 5, so they have to win 3. And in case you're just tuning in, you just missed Lijiang Tower. SEU red team is playing against Baldwin University, and SEU is up 1. So, with all of that in mind, Austin is also playing as well. Da-da-da. There we go. Just checking. Checking the chat. Alright. Next map, let's see what they want here. So we're going to be figuring out what map we're going to next. In case you weren't aware, we're going to be going to... Where are we going?
We'll take that as over.
See. Waiting for a map. Be chosen.
Good game, guys. What is it? Best out of 3? Best out of 3.
Best out of 5.
Fine, we gotta roll these guys again. Let's do it.
Just waiting for them to pick them
We
out.
have to teach you this lesson, old man.
Alright. Regardless, though, in regards to that, like I said, pretty standard overall. We saw Junkrat instead of some of the people I was talking about, but then again, that's fairly standard for what we've seen from teams here in the past few weeks. We see them run the Junkrat on Lijiang because, of course, those bombs deal a lot of damage. It is going to be the call for Hanamura here, so that will be fun. Alright, Hanamura, ladies and gentlemen.
How do you like my 3 back-to-back single kill tires?
Yo, Nathan, it's 1 kill. They're going Hanamura.
Alright, let's see here. So now we're just going to be waiting for the ready call from both teams, and then we'll get started on Hanamura. I've talked about Hanamura, I feel like every single week. It always gets picked. I don't know why. I really don't like this map. I think it's really bad. But here we are again.
Wait, guys, Bastion, Hanamura. Man, it's crazy how about play hybrid.
Yeah, aren't we supposed to play hybrid? And then...
No, I thought it's 2 CP then hybrid.
I thought it was hybrid, then 2
So
CP.
one rule set was 2 CP, and then they updated it, but they didn't update it online. They updated it in the Discord to hybrid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's a hybrid now?
Well, maybe. We don't know.
Guys, I'm really proud of this team. I'm proud of you guys.
Alright, we're figuring out a little bit of rule disparity here. Let's see.
Guys, words.
Silence, just the painful silence.
Words hurt.
What? I don't even know what you guys are talking about over there.
They're dissing my Junkrat play.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
Why? My
I'm just, I'm kidding.
Like, I played pretty good.
No, hold on. Hey, Quinn, come over here. Let's interview you real quick. Yeah, we're gonna interview you. I have one thing to talk to you about.
Hi there.
All right, hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Quinn Shadow Merlin from SU Fire Esports Red Team. I have one thing to ask you about. There was a particular shatter, all right, on Tower that came out with the grab, but there was a Symmetra wall and a Reinhardt shield in front of you. What was the mindset behind that shatter?
I'm just used to my shadows being so powerful they can go through those things.
I like that answer. I agree with you.
I don't let something petty like a Symmetra wall and a Reinhardt shield stand in the way between me and the kills I rightfully deserve.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. That is the idea behind that shatter. Quinn, thank you so much for coming over. Love you, buddy. we have fun here at Fire Esports, folks. But there you go. Now we know Reinhardt buff the shatter to go through shields here. It'll be quite exciting. Austin's over here going on to Twitch. On the PC next to me. Here. Oh my gosh. So, alright, so we're just waiting on a little bit of the rules to be checked here. We'll get all that sorted out and then we'll be hanging to map number 2 of the set here. Until then, I could honestly use water. I should probably get water. Water's important. But that's fine. Who needs water? So. Oh. Thank you, Chase. You spelled my name wrong. Yay!
It's F-E-N, actually.
F-E-N. Alright, you know, we're going to go to a bit of a break here while we fix everything that's going on, and we'll see you guys in a few moments. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back with Overwatch. I was about to say Rocket League, to be honest, because normally we have a break with Rocket League, because we have 2 games in one day. This is different, so it's kind of weird. But regardless, we're going to be going to Hollywood, and we have the readies, and we're going into Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. It is, in fact, a hybrid map. Here we go, folks. spectator options. Just give me. Alright. Alright, folks, here we are. Hollywood, which we don't get to see ever. I'm excited to see this. We normally get Kings Row. Austin is not even at his computer. For shame. Sir Ham, can we get some L's in the chat for Austin? He's made an account. It's called Garbage Time #1 Fan. Oh no. But as we get ready to go Hollywood, let's talk about Hollywood a bit. Alright, I think I talked about before, I talked about with Kings Row, how a lot of these hybrid maps, the first point is like this, right? It's this archway with a choke point, and then there is some kind of other way over here, also Hearthstone. In case you're interested, it's a shaman and a paladin. Anyways, regardless, I still can't use my shortcuts, so we're gonna make do with what we have here. But I think Hollywood's a bit better because you have some more options, especially once you get through the gate, to be able to go around and not just take a ton of fire the entire time, as Hanamura does, because I've talked about before, I think Hanamura is bad, and I will stand by that. But with all that in mind, as we're here at Hollywood, some like it bot, folks, and I certainly like to see a good fight here in Overwatch, so let's get down to it. As we've got Baldwin in the red and SEU in the blue. If you're just joining us here, it is going to be the SEU Fire Esports red team versus Baldwin University. And they are going to be running the Tracer here with Xylem, and Pyro going to be in that Junkrat. And then we got the double longer range here with the Hanzo and the McCree for the side of SEU, which I find interesting because, well, we've historically seen SU run, oh, Pool Shark going to be taking down more of a brawly. And yeah, we see the Hanzo on things like Kings Row, but on Hollywood, I feel like I'd rather go with something more brawly, more up in your face. And obviously, this is kind of my reasoning why. It's like the brawl here on Hollywood especially, you like to play face on these maps, hold the choke point as long as you can, but you can't really do that if you're in a situation like this. It's going to be Austin going after Lucio here. Is not going to find it. The Irish Strike will find him though, and SEU is going to have to make their way off the point. As Baldwin, they're trying to stall as long as they can. Overlord doing his best, but it is going to be Baldwin securing the first point and getting that payload started here with 5 minutes left on the clock. They're sitting pretty, folks, and they're ready to rock. So get ready to go here with the payload, right? The second area, the payload area in particular, this is my favorite payload area of any Overwatch map. And the reason for that is it has so many places you can go around. You go around the Wild West set, you can get up top, you can go in the buildings, you can go behind them, you can go all the way around like Xylem's doing here, and he's going to be finding Pool Shark, but he's going to be recalling. Decides it's a bit too dangerous for his liking here in Takeout. He's just going to be hanging back on the point. And it's just going to be the entirety of Baldwin playing up front here. It's going to be up to Imperium and Garbage Time to really be punishing that with the poke damage. Shadow Merlin is going to be taken down early in the fight here, though, and that is not a pick you want if you're SEU. There we go. Xylem going to be taken down by Imperium here, showing I swallowed some spit. But showing that he is not messing around. The Dragon's coming out with the Grav Dragon here, counting. Oh my goodness, the 4-man tire though. Jeez, that 4-man tire from Pyro is going to be showing up huge here. And it's just going to be picking up the rest of SU one by one here, doing what they can. But it will be SU losing the fight here, and it's going to be Baldwin making their way towards the second point. Pipe, you're just, what are you doing here, buddy? Are you alt-tab? You going, like, changing your music or something? Because you're just kind of standing there taking some free hits, and SU's like, yeah, I'll take that as free ult charge. But SU making their way back. They're not going to let them get the second point if it is the last thing they do. Imperium trying to get some good headshots for the Crusaders, though. Quinn says once again, you know what? Oh, I was going to say his shatters are too powerful for you, but his armor is not. It can only last so long. Pool Shark and Garbage Time and the rest going to have to retreat here. Garbage Time, you're kind of way out of position here. You got to get to your team. You got Deadeye. It's going to be real useful for this last push here. Is now... It will be Baldwin being pushed back. They're looking for Delta, but Delta is going to live with the power of his healers here. It's SEU falling back, but doing what they can here to make do with those they have left. And SEU now in kind of a spot where they have to ask themselves, you know, what is the best situation here? And oh my gosh, for the Crusaders coming out from Baldwin here, and it's going to be SU having to retreat as far as they can here, going to have to play for this final push. It's going to be Narwhal Lord facing off against Hybrid here. He's got the Graviton Surge ready to go. In fact, they got 4 ultimates ready to go. Bubble will keep him alive for a while, but not long enough to kill Hybrid as well. And unfortunately for SU, they're approaching the end goal with 3 minutes 50 seconds on the clock here. And unless SU plans to touch here, it's all over. In fact, it's just all over. No one's going to touch. Garbage Time getting a couple kills at the high noon here, but it doesn't matter if you're not on the point. So, ladies and gentlemen, SU struggling a bit on the escort here. They were able to play fairly well and get the game back on control, but now that it is an escort, it's a little tough. And I gotta say, I think what needs to happen here is SU has to change up their team comp. I don't think the McCree and Hanzo were a good choice there. I feel like they were just not hitting the shots they needed to hit. And what was happening was it was just the entirety of Baldwin getting up on top of them, and Baldwin was able to take control from that point on. Now, as we get ready for the reverse here, oh, I'm in a tree, but it is going to be SC on the attack. It looks like they're kind of swapping it up a bit with Reaper and a McCree. And then for the side of Baldwin, looks like they're going to be going back to a similar style that we saw on Li Zhang. And again, I can't use my F keys to swap, and it's kind of annoying me. I don't know why. I'm going to need to figure it out. The score is currently 1-0 in favor of SU.
There you go. And they also did, the MV team is full push on Hollywood.
Oh, I was gonna play Reaper. You want me to play something different?
Yeah.
Let's see here, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to go. 3, 2, 1. It's going to be SCU on the attack here. Let's see if they fare better than they do on defense. Because if they can get that full push in good time, then they're looking pretty good for overtime here. It's going to be Garbage Time on the Reaper here. Let's see what he can do. Going up the side. He's going all the way up the stairs here. But it will be the entirety of Baldwin falling back to the point. He's going to be finding Delta in the back here. He's going to be surviving with that Immortality Lamp coming through just in time. Shadow Merlin is the first to fall in this engagement here. And now it's going to be Hybrid falling next. Garbage Time going to take a bit of a retreat here, as it is going to be Baldwin winning the fight so far. The res coming through on the Hybrid here. Takeo with that Mercy. He proved to be incredibly good at it on Li Zhang. But it's not enough right now, as it's going to be 2 members falling on the side of Baldwin. And everyone's still alive on SEU, with Shadow Merlin coming back to the point here. And SU making it look pretty easy in comparison to Baldwin. Baldwin had a little bit of a struggle here, but SU just kind of walks on and says, guys, this is our car, this is our point, and we'll be taking it all the way if we so can. And we definitely will do what we can. Starting with about 10 seconds more than what Baldwin had here for this second section of the push, making their way into the Old West here. Maybe they'll see Clint Eastwood along the way. I'm not sure. I wouldn't head that way if I were you, partner. But SEU says we're going to go that way, and we're going to do what we darn well please. And with that, everyone already going to be taken fairly low. It's going to be the Graviton Surge coming out from Narwhal Lord here. It is going to be securing 2 kills plus a lamp here. It's going to be Baldwin having to back up for the Crusaders, though. It's going to be the Merlin's just gone. He's just gone. He's gone, folks. His shatter is too powerful even for himself, apparently. But he just goes completely away here. And now we're going to be having SU pushing the point as much as they can here. And Baldwin playing defense. They've got 3 ultimates. It's going to be Silent Sword take it down. About to be 5 ultimates ready to go here on Baldwin. 3 on the side of SU. Garbage Time going to get absolutely deleted by Silem there. Flashbang into the Van Hammer. And it's just going to be destroyed. Healer's not able to do a whole lot. They are going to be full pushing this cart. 4 minutes on the clock here. Sitting pretty. And SU looking good here. Immortality fields up. The Graviton Surge comes through. And it's going to be the window up from Pool Shark to try and get the Baldwin team to be like, yeah, maybe we don't want to push this. They will get the point here. And SCU with a bit of an disadvantage here. It's going to be Baldwin with 4 ultimates here. Looking to get a few more if they can. Narwhal Lord is going to be standing firm at the front here. And SCU is going to be playing their hardest. The Death Blossom coming through from Garbage Time is going to be securing 3. Those are some good kills. Both supports and a DPS will take those. Just has to get through the tank here. And now SCU is going to be on the push coming through here. Watch this, though. As we watch here, it's going to be Delta taken down. Xylem is going to be taken down as well. Pyro is going to be putting some damage on the shield here, but Shadow Merlin does not care. He's got a hammer behind it. The window comes up from Silent Sword, but it's not going to matter. The Shatter comes through, and Garbage Time gets the kill on top of that. Now, Garbage Time, it's just all up in their face. He's just saying, you want to get to the point, you're going to have to go through me. And SU is looking to finish this about a minute faster than Baldwin here. The Immortality Field keeping them alive through the High Noon. Graviton Surge coming out. The Shatter is not going to be effective here, but will be Pool Shark falling here. Imperium has the High Noon, is going to get one on the Pyro here. 1 kill is something, is all you need. It'll be Takeo taken down as well, and it's going to be SU taking the full push and gaining 24 extra seconds on the overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, as we head into overtime, SU looking to be on the front foot here. But the question remains, are they going to be able to do well when it comes to this defense phase here, as it's going to be Baldwin attacking first? Have to ask ourselves, you know, SCU exceeded on the offense there, but their defense was good, and unfortunately in overtime both matter equally here. Yes, you can argue, yeah, the one that gets farther wins, but you definitely don't want to have to go so far. If you don't have to go the extreme distance, then don't save your energy. That's how it works here. So, now, SCU looking to play a stronger defense, swapping their strategy here, sticking with the same comp, and I think that's honestly the play. I think that's what SCU needs to be doing here, because with the way that Baldwin's playing, that longer range style doesn't really work, especially if they're going to run a Tracer and Junkrat again like they did last time. That's a bit of a problem here, because, hey, guess what? It's not easy to take them down if you're a Hanzo. Yeah, if you're McCree, you got the flashbang onto the Tracer, but that's only one of your DPS really having the thing. And your shield break isn't the best on Hanzo unless you're using the E, and even then you've got a cooldown for that here. Austin has just put a bunch of stuff on my desk for reasons unknown. Anyways, he's going to be sitting down waiting for them to push on through. They're going straight to the point here. Baldwin has no chill about it. They want the point, and they want it now. Garbage Time going to be going in. Shadow stepping in the middle of the team there, buddy. I don't know if that's the call. But SU, oh, here we go. It's going to be the flashbang. Doesn't go for the fan. The hammer gets Pyro seriously low, though, and has no trap. Shadow Merlin is going to be taken down here. That's 1 tank down. It's just going to be Narwhal Lord, keeping everyone alive as long as possible with the bubbles and the health bar here. It'll be contesting. They managed to get 1 tick, 1 1/4 here, or 1/3, I'd say. And the stalls coming through. There, it is in the advantage of SU currently on the counter here, but it's going to be a few members of Baldwin making their way back to the point here as SCU wins the first fight, but can they win the war? As Sound Barrier and Grav are ready to go in terms of ultimates here. Immortality, or not Immortality, Window almost ready to go for the side of Baldwin here, and there it is. It's up and ready. Oh. In terms of ultimates, we're looking fairly close on both sides here. Pool Shark was taken down, though, before the fight even got started here. Has to make his way back as fast as possible, or you're going to be down your main heals here, and that's a bit of a problem. Shooting some grenades from the side. They're going to be contesting on the point here. Fire in the hole. It will be the Sound Barrier keeping them alive, but for how long? It's going to be 2 members taken down by that tire there. Narwhal Lord doing what he can. He's got Xylem on the backside here, doing the best. Garbage Time is going to hold out as long as possible here, contesting as long as he can. But finally, Baldwin is going to be taking the point and beginning the push with the payload here. As the payload gets ready to get rolling here, they have 4 ultimates to 4 ultimates. This is where the team fights are going to get nutty. Of course, we've got just no time on the clock hitting it now. It is overtime. This is where C9s become extremely scary, folks. If you see 9 here, it is all over, and you're not going to hear the end of it. Is SU is going to be the hammer down coming from Shadow Merlin. It's not going to be getting any targets, though. Both supports are down for SU. They've got the Grav. They're about to have the Blossom, and they got the Deadeye. Those ultimates are going to come in super handy if you can get them to just force them off the payload. That's all you have to do. Garbage Time going in extremely aggressive here without the rest of the team. Shadow Merlin getting just bullied by Xylem here. It's just going to be SU. They just need to kill them once. They just need to get them off of the payload, and it's all over. The overtime is there. Gaming Legacy going to be flying around the map as much as possible. The window comes up with the Graviton as well. And the window from the side of SU, it's high noon, folks. And it's not going to be securing any kills. The Reinhardt shield is going to be blocking it there. And now it's going to be the Death Blossom coming through, and it's going to be the stop. A total of 97.87 meters here for the side of Baldwin. All SU has to do is get it to around that corner towards the studio doors. And suddenly it will all be over, and SU will take the victory. Let's see here, though. They just have to get to the saloon here. Look at that. It's not terribly far from the gate over on the left to where the payload ended up. It's not terribly far. They definitely have a good chance of making it here. It's less than 20 meters. That's all I'm saying. It's 12 meters. All right. Or excuse me, that's 18 meters. 18 meters. Sorry. Math is hard. Okay. But it's going to be, let's see, are they really going to run this? I can't. My hotkeys aren't working still. It looks like they are, in fact, going to be running the Pharah here. This will be interesting. This is going to be up to Imperium and how well he can hit these McCree shots here. Now, I'm trying to think of, like, do I think Pharah is a good pick? In certain situations, yes. Do I think it's a good pick against SU? I would say yes. And my reasoning for that is with Garbage Time playing the Reaper here, it's going to be hard for them to have one DPS focusing on the Pharah and one focusing on everything else. And especially with that Mercy that's going to be pharmacing the whole time, just pocketing. It's going to be kind of tough for SU to deal with that. They have to get through quick. It's going to be the Immortality field up already from the side of SU. That's theirs down here. Here we go. It's going to be Imperium looking for the Mercy here. As we swap one over, it's going to be 2 kills. Excuse me. Jeez, I'm sneezing. That's fun. The res coming through on Asylum here, and it's going to be Baldwin losing more members in the first fight here, but it's still going to be Pyro just raining rockets from above. They just don't have a way to deal with them. Imperium's got to take her down. Half HP, 1, and finally done here, killed by Garbage Time on the Reaper. The Lucio needs to get some heals here. Like Gaming Legacy has to come through, but it's not going to come through in time. Pool Shark making his way back onto the point. Narwhal Lord is still standing, though. Has no bubbles, but he's got a gun with the laser and is going to keep Silent Sword off the point as long as he can. Because by golly, they're going to win, and they're going to win to the best of their ability. Now, finally going for the final tick. It's going to be SU capping it 1 minute, 8 seconds on the clock here in a better standing than Baldwin was. They just have to get it to about the halfway mark there. And it's all over. For the Crusaders, says Quinn, and he's going to be charging through. That's going to be a kill and a takeout. I'd say that's a good kill. The heals, though, Gaming Legacy, they need you bad. And the heals are finally going to start coming through slowly over time as Lucio does. Pyro has got the Rocket Barrage ready to go. They got 4 ultimates up on the side of Baldwin here. All of them extremely dangerous here for SU on this push. But they got the High Noon here. High Noon honestly going to be really great against Pharah here. There it is. High Noon coming out. It's not going to be securing any kills. Gets taken down there by Delta's Shatter, stopping it here. Pyro gonna be taken extremely low and finally taken down by Imperium here. The grab coming up, just going to be stalling for the most part, not actually going to get a whole lot of work done in the grand scheme of things. But we'll be keeping them held back now as we're getting to that overtime. 5 seconds, folks. We're hitting that overtime mark, but they're going around the final bend here. This is all SU needs, is to get around this bend. A great Death Blossom for Garbage Time could honestly help secure the game, but he's going to be taken down by Xylem pretty early on here. Imperium has to get Pyro down pretty quick. Still has that barrage. If that barrage goes off, it's not looking good. The High Noon comes out. It's not going to secure any kills. Pyro up in the air again. There is the barrage. He's got to reload, though, and is not going to be able to take him down in time. Now, the overtime is ticking down, and it's going to be Baldwin taking map number 2.
What did I tell you, bro?
I think Austin was told to do something.
What happened? Don't ever off.
Pyro getting the play of the game here on Junkrat. Let's take a look. I believe this is the 4 kill. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3. It's sent out. And bada bing, bada boom. There's the 4-piece. Beautifully done in the spray for the BM there from Pyro. Alright, folks. So get ready for map number 3. The score is 1-1. If you just missed it. Austin, you want to come over and interview and we can talk about what all that was about?
Okay.
Do you want to tell us what happened there?
Okay. There's times. Can I be on the camera, please? So there's times in every team event where you have to take responsibility and admit that you cost the team a match, and I definitely think this is the time for Quinn to do that. No, I'm just kidding. That was great. Again, I think we're all playing really well. I made a big mistake there at the end. I got picked really early. The McCree was hard countering me. I don't know. I kept wanting to switch to Junk, but I was pretty close to Death Blossom, and I really wanted that because I've been getting some good Death Blossoms. So yeah, I was getting hard countered by the McCree, and I decided to peek to get the Mercy, and McCree did what he was doing all game. And, it left for a 5v6. But you know what? We're 1-1, and we're going to go get this dub.
Alright, thank you. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was apparently what all that was about. A very, very intense game there, though, I must say, on Hollywood. I'm honestly just glad we got to see the map. I feel like it's just kind of been like purgatory way up over here, right? It's like everyone's like Kings Row, right? And everyone's like, oh, this is the place to go. And then Hollywood's just kind of like way back over here, and everyone's like, what, Hollywood? Never heard of it. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of sad. Looks like we're getting the raid call from SU, just waiting for Baldwin. We'll be going to the next map. Hanamura, ladies and gentlemen. We've talked about before. We'll talk about it again. Double control point. Uh-oh. I gotta swap everyone. Woo! Is there? Where is it? Is it in lobby?
Go back again. It's like move and then swap all.
Thank you.
Hey, I can run a bastion if you want. No.
All right.
Do not.
I'd rather just play like Rush and just run on.
So you play a
Oh, that's why you're playing Zarya.
You have a really hard time. Well, Zarya's
All right, just waiting for the raid. Baldwin has declared they would like to be on defense, so we have all of that switched.
I hate you.
Now, just waiting. Oh boy, there's a bit of turmoil going on, it would seem. It's quite exciting. It's rather exciting.
That's Austin. You're so funny, it hurts. My soul dies because of Austin jokes.
Oh. Ah. Alright. Good catch. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going into map number 3. Austin, go get in your spot. Going around like a maniac over here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hanamura, folks. Map number 3. We have Baldwin in the blue now and SU in the red. If you're just tuning in, the score is 1-1. Each team has a map under their belt and are looking to make this their second point and bring them to match point for the set. But SU is going to be in the red, and it will be Baldwin in the blue. And so we've seen these teams go back and forth throughout the entirety of this series so far, evenly matched overall, I would say. And we're going to see if that continues to hold true here on Homer.
tire's on my back.
Austin, I'm disappointed.
Oh, that's what it was. I thought it was like a.
Oh. Oh boy.
I thought it was
Alright.
like a backpack or something.
You problems. Alright. Anyways, folks, as we get ready for the next map here, it's going to be SU on the attack here, and it will be Baldwin on the defense. So I think they're going to be running the Mercy again without the Pharah this time. Interesting. I think Taiko's Mercy is extremely good overall, and I'm honestly surprised they haven't played it a bit more. I feel like SU hasn't been able to play around the Mercy so much as they have in other games, but that remains to be seen. As we get going though, that's just gonna be Hybrid lobbing a few shots over to kind of hope that maybe they're going up that far side, but they're not. Instead, they're gonna be charging straight in. Shadow Merlin taking extremely low already off the bat here. Heals are finally going to be coming through though. Keep him alive. Lamp is shot out pretty earlier. Gaming Legacy though, really low as well. And note here though that SU has a Lamp and Baldwin does not. And that Lamp can be such a huge playmaker in any match of Overwatch. The Lamp will keep you alive just long enough to get that one kill, or long enough to avoid that one ability that would really be fatal. And speaking of fatal, it's going to be both Reinhardt's take it down here. Gaming Legacy is going to follow as well, though. And it's going to be Baldwin with the advantage in this fight here, as the tire is ready to go for Pyro here. It's going to be SU having to back up here. They are going to have 2 ultimates ready versus the just about 4 that Baldwin has here. Now, SU, as they go to back up and prepare for their second, Garbage Time going to find a kill in the Hybrid here. That's pretty good. It's going to be Imperium finding Xylem here, and here we go. Narwhal Load pulls out the Graviton. The tire, though, from Pyro, they got to find it before it takes them down. The Nano Boost comes through onto Delta, though. He's going to be holding that line. It's going to be 2 kills to 0 here. Baldwin just winning the fight. 2 kills to the 1 on Hybrid here. Takeo just keeping them alive here on the Mercy. Talked about before, talk about it again. I think Takeo's Mercy has been incredibly strong throughout this series so far. And now that we're getting to see it kind of off the bat instead of picked up later, it's been going extremely well here. And I gotta say, oh, the Shatter coming through though. It's gonna be securing 3 members here, and that's gonna be the first kill on the Asylum, but he will be getting 2 kills from responsible supports down on the side of SU here. And now SU's got to be careful. They don't have the supports, they don't have the healing. Both DPS making their way across the side. Garbage Time looking, he's going down the stairs here. But you know what, to be quite frank, it's a little bit boring here. There we go, he finds the health kit. We just had to get that part of the journey. Imperium going to be taken down by a loose bomb here. And it's going to be Hybrid. Looking around, going, hey, where'd that rat go? But the rat gets found and sent back to the spawn room. It's just going to be Baldwin on a good hold here on Hanamura. And I've talked about this before. I feel like Hanamura, it's either you get in or you just don't. And that's kind of the disappointing truth about this map. Oh, the Graviton, though, coming in from both teams. And the Valkyrie is going to be keeping alive, but the Sound Barrier is up as well. And I gotta say, Sound Barrier is certainly a lot more useful against a high noon. But unfortunately for Baldwin, they don't have that Nano Boost. Comes out on the Delta here. Going to be finding Pyro, though. Oh, my goodness! Chase! Getting taken down by the Junkrat passive here. And now it will be SU doing their best to get on to the point with 1 minute remaining here. They are going to have the numbers advantage right now, but it is going to be a Reinhardt, and Reinhardt dealing so much damage with his hammer can be an issue. But they will win the fight, and they will get onto the point here, securing the ticks and securing the point with 40 seconds remaining on the clock here. Going to be brought down to about 35 as they finally secure it here, giving them 3:35 on the clock for the second push. Now, they have 3 ultimates ready to go, whereas Baldwin has 0. So overall, SE is looking pretty good for this push. If they can get this in one fell swoop, that's fairly good, even though it took them a while to get the first point. If they can get the second point pretty quickly, that's going to do them a heck of a lot of favors. It's going to be the Shatter coming down from Shadow Merlin, going to be stunning up 2 here, but they're not going to be able to follow up too much. Pyro does get taken down in the exchange, though. But unfortunately, Xylem and Silent Sword are still up. And those are 2 you definitely want to get rid of pretty quickly. Tire coming out from Garbage Time here. Going to be stalling and waiting. Going down to the point. Going all the way around. We'll be finding Takeo. Hey, that's a Mercy kill. Mercy kills are certainly ones to not smirk at here. And now it's going to be Narwhal Lord and Imperium up on the top here with Gaming Legacy. Gaming Legacy taking low by that Fire Strike there. And they're making their way onto the point here. Securing the first tick. And they're going to make it look to the second tick. Third tick, Delta, you gotta get on the point. You gotta stall here, buddy. And he will stall with the Shatter, but it's going to have to be followed up by the Graviton Surge from Narwhal here to keep them off. And now SEU going, hey, you know, we thought we had it, but now we don't. The Widow's up. Hybrid's on the point, taking as long as she can. But it will be SEU taking it in just a little over a minute.
Yeah, sorry about that. I can only get
2
the
minutes,
because I
15
was
seconds
getting shot at and I just
left on the
decided to
clock.
take the kill.
SU, if they can keep this held and not get them the full push, they'll be in a great spot. If it goes to overtime, not doing terrible, but not doing the best either, I'd say. Kind of in a neutral position overall. 2 minutes 15 is not a great time, but it's, you know, it's more than a minute. And I'd say anything more than a minute is still fairly good. So we get ready to go. I don't think we'll be seeing a Toward 1v1 like we saw on Monday, but I think we will be seeing quite a fight here on this attack push from Baldwin. So we get ready, 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to go here. It looks like we're going to have a bit of a switch up from the side of Baldwin. It's going to be SU kind of running what they've been running this entire time. But we'll be Baldwin running a bit of a different lineup here with the Soldier and the Lucio instead of the Mercy here. I think this is perfectly fine. I think that getting rid of Quinn's shield pretty early is going to be useful. And you also have the Helix Rockets to get some burst here. Now, granted, if a bubble gets put on someone when you go to rocket them, that's a bit of a problem. But the chances of that, fairly low. It's not like he knows who you're targeting. But Xylem also has, of course, the Visor Ultimate, which is huge in certain fights, and is also good against Imperium. And the reason I say that is if he pops his and just manages to find Imperium, prevents him from getting High Noon off, that's huge. High Noon can be such a valuable ultimate, especially on Hanamura with lots of wide open spaces and not a heck of a lot of natural cover in most of those open spaces. Now, SEO on the defense, though, playing around the door here. Here they go, coming through, getting a little bit of charge for Hybrid there. Delta is going to fall out and be fine. Hybrid takes a bit of damage from the Fire Strike here, but almost at full charge is like, yeah, it's fine. I got full charge. I deal a ton of damage, so we're all good to go. But SEO holding well so far. Damage is coming through, but the heals are coming through as well here. Xylem on the back, just poking from afar here. Oh, now starting to move up here. Silent Sword and Delta are going to be the ones falling, though. And Baldwin, with 3 members down, both tanks and both supports, is going to have to retreat here. Shadow Merlin just walking on him here. Finally going to retreat, let the shield recharge, and reset, get ready for the next attack. 3 minutes left on the clock now for Baldwin. Things are looking pretty good for SEO. They're doing a lot better on their defense than they were on Hollywood, that is for sure. And as long as they keep this up, then they'll be sitting pretty. Is now, here we go, second attack from Baldwin here. As a long and drawn out engagement the first time. It will be Quinn winning the Fire Strike trade there. Takeo is still at around the half HP mark. The tire is not going to get a heck, or why did I say tire? There was no tire. What was I hearing? Tires are about ready to go here. The shatter going to be blocked though, and the return shatter onto Delta. The bubble is there, but it's gonna get off before the impact, and it's gonna be 2-2 here. A tank and a DPS down on Baldwin and taking support down on SU. Not what you want. High Noon coming up from Imperium here. And Imperium is going to be finding 2 with it. And Baldwin's going to have to back out. Can he find Takeo? No, he cannot. Takeo makes it out. Just a little bit longer, though. And Gaming Legacy is going to be picking up that kill. They got 4 ultimates versus 3 here. Just about to be 4 on the side of Baldwin, though, with that sound barrier at 92%. Xylem taking down my Imperium here. I'm not entirely certain what Xylem's plan was there. You're just kind of stalling out a bit longer. You could have left. Could have left and been completely fine. But now SEU is going to be just kind of hanging out. They're like, you know what, we got a minute 30. They got a minute 30, I should say. It's going to be the tire coming out, though, from Baldwin here. And as it comes on through, it's going to be Imperium taking down the tire. And the heals are coming through. And SEU is looking all right here. The window coming up from Pool Shark here is going to be deterring Baldwin from making any kind of real advance now. And oh, Pyro gonna get poked out by Narwhal, but Garbage Time gets taken out too. Both of the rats are down, and Hybrid is going to be helping to lead the charge with Delta here. On the point though, it's Silent, but the trap kill from Garbage Time here just happens to dash into it. Delta gonna be leading the charge still here with Hybrid. They're just going in. Narwhal forced to retreat. Sound barrier comes out. The hammer down. It's only going to be finding Narwhal, but the sound barrier is going to be helping to keep him alive. Garbage Time is back onto the point here. Both Junkrats are back. And now, as the Junkrats are back and the damage is coming through, it's going to be sound barrier for Baldwin here. This puts them in a great spot. Baldwin's looking pretty good on this push here. 34 seconds left. Now, SU starting to fall and they're starting to lose the point. It's going to be a hold and a take from Baldwin here at 20. Or, sorry, it's going to be less than 20. It's going to be, what, around 14? 14? Look at that, 14 seconds. And they managed to get it 3 minutes 10 on the clock now for this next push. Not as good of a push time as what SU had, but again, if they get it in this one push, they're still doing pretty good for overtime. Saying it's never over till it's over. The Graviton Surge comes through, but will be Hybrid that gets taken down with that Shatter response from Shadow Merlin, keeping them stunned up. Lamp gets taken down. They have no Lamp. That Fire Strike's going to deal some good damage, so it goes for the health pack. It's going to be Pyro following next. And now SCU just looking to push. Imperium, you're in a bit of a spot there. You got no tanks with you. Now the tanks are coming through. Just got to take down Xylem. Flashbang up in 3, 2, 1. It's up, but Baldwin is gone. Now SU 2 minutes 25 seconds on the clock here. Heals coming through. And SU with 3 ultimates here versus 3, just about 4 on the side of Baldwin. They're doing all right. They got the sound barrier just about ready to go in case that shadow does come down. Just has to get up pretty quickly. Baldwin, as they're looking to make this next push, they're going to opt to go for the right side again. I feel like they should just go with the middle like what Xylem's doing here. And it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do, is just get on the point and force SU to respond to this. Imperium and Garbage Time, though, say, yeah, no, we don't like your plan, and we don't particularly like Tracer either, so we'll be taking you down pretty quickly. Now Pyro, he's got the tire, and this tire has got to really get some damage done, and it's got to get it done pretty soon as we're hitting the minute 40 mark now. And here we go. It's going to be the entirety of SU stalling back, but oh, Garbage Time gets taken down, but the tire is still going. You can hear it revving up, and it will be getting a kill onto Delta here. That's a good kill here. The Reinhardt down. Xylem going to be dueling it out with Shadow Merlin here, but is going to be forced to retreat. 1:20 on the clock. Time is running short for Baldwin University here, and SU is feeling pretty good about securing their second point of the match. Ooh. Almost have the Shatter, and Delta's got his Shatter ready to go here. It's going to be 3 ultimates to 4 ultimates in this next fight with that sound barrier just about ready to go. Silent Sword going to be opting for the Ana in place of the BAP here for these final pushes, which I don't really know if I agree with here. I feel like the BAP's better because you get the Immortality field to help you stay on the point longer. I don't feel the healing from Ana or the antis and the sleeps are going to be worth it as much. Even with the nano boost, I don't think it's going to be worth it here. I think what you need is just straight up survivability overall. But it's going to be the sleep coming through onto Shadow Merlin. The stun's coming through as well from the Shatter from Delta. But the sound barrier is going to keep everyone on SU alive. And as Baldwin falls 1 by 1, it looks like SU has got this in the bag with 15 seconds left. Baldwin just has to kind of trickle in for their shots. They're not going to be able to get a full push all together at once. They just have to come in one at a time and hope they survive long enough for the rest of the team to get there. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that didn't count. Woo! That touch didn't count. Okay, dokie, folks. Well, SU takes map number 3, bringing them to 2-1 in the score. And Narwhal Lord with the play of the game. Let's take a look. Let's see here. Is this a grab? Yeah, this is that first grab. No, it wasn't. No, this is just the pushback.
Wait, I'm not alive.
Okay then. Well, play of the game. There you have it, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for map number 4 tonight. Number 4. As I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure. We're going to a payload map, okay? And historically, it's been Havana. Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out when I say that I would like to see my good buddy Junkertown return. Okay, Junkertown, pretty sweet. I like it. It's a good map. But we're probably not. It's probably going to be Havana, to be quite honest with you. Or, we could go to Venice. We could. We could go Rialto. Maybe. Is it Assault? Thought we got a payload.
Having a fun day?
No, but like, Havana
We're gonna
is the
find-
spawn camp.
Yeah, that's fun.
Let's see here. Figuring out where to go. This is always the fun part.
I
They're
still
thinking-
think that trap tracer kill was so funny.
You got didn't it happen twice?
No,
The second time
the second one I
it was
shot
a
it.
straight bullet.
The second one it was funny. Yeah, that tracer just had a special.
We're figuring out maps, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's not assault.
Oh my.
It's escort now, right?
So it'd be like Havana, Junkertown.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna mention Gibraltar because I don't think
Gibraltar's terrible.
That's my least favorite map.
No shot.
Yeah, Gibraltar.
No one likes Gibraltar.
Gibraltar and New Bonnie on these two.
Dude, all my homies hate Gibraltar.
No, Nabani's hybrid.
Yeah, Numbani's hybrid, so it's like Alright, we're just waiting now. We're chilling.
Well, not that you guys bad at.
Let's see. We're waiting for the map. What's up, Vinny? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're just waiting for the map pick, and we're waiting for the ready, which shouldn't be but a moment. We're gonna go to a quick break though. I need to rest my throat for a minute, so we'll see you in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back from break. Oh, you want defense? Got started, Nathan!
I know we talked to Dr. Miller, who's the dean of school on that.
Shut up. Boom.
On defense.
Boom.
Okay, defense.
Easy.
Attack, I'm going for them. You can't stop me.
I fixed it.
Pick Anna, you won't. No ball.
Yeah, I'll pick Anna.
That easy.
No, you'll be locked in at some point. No ball. You won't do it.
Alright.
Wait, are you wearing a coach shirt?
I'm the coach now.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Dorado. If you're just tuning in, we got SCU in the blue, and we have Baldwin in the red. And then it's going to be Dorado for map number 4 here. SCU is at match point now with them on defense first. Hey, yo, watch it, Norwell. You shoot me. Don't shoot the cameraman. I'm just here on the sidelines. But regardless, as we get ready for this 4th match with SU at match point, this is the part where SU just has to win one, and all Baldwin has to do is hope that they can stall out and win and send it to a map number 5. But the benefit here for SU, right, is if they do in fact lose this and we go to map 5, they get to pick map number 5, which gives them an advantage because they get to pick a map that they believe to be best at. But it is going to be, let's see, it's going to be the Echo pick from Asylum here, which I think is pretty good on Dorado. There's a lot of open space until you get to the very end. So she is generally just a good pick overall regardless because of her ultimate, personality matrix being fantastic at just, hey, I get whoever's ultimate I want and I can use it 2 or 3 times just because I can. It's great, and it's going to be great for Baldwin here with them getting through already to the first part of the map, making their way towards the archway here. Pyro going to be sending in nades from afar, and Xylem going to be rocketing down fire from above. It's going to be good for Baldwin right now, as Narwhal are looking to try and kill Xylem here. Xylem take it extremely low, but the heals are going to come through here. Garbage Time is going to be following here. And now, SEU, they're down 1, but they're looking to get killed, and Xylem gets taken down here. It's 1-for-1 in the fight so far. The barrier comes down, going to be helping to keep SEU alive here. And the res coming through on Asylum, though. Tire is up and rolling, and it's going to be going around, and it's going to be finding the kill in the Gaming Legacy. That's a support down on the side of SEU here. Not looking good as they're beginning to fall after that. Without the heals from the Lucio, SEU just falls apart here, and it's going to be Baldwin getting to the first point with over 5 minutes on the clock here. And the Echo Ultimate and the Shatter ready to go here. SEU does have about 5 ultimates here, with that High Noon almost ready to go, and the Tire is now ready and waiting. However, though, they do have a self-destruct, Echo Ult, and the Shatter here on the side of Baldwin, so they're looking pretty good. Shadow Merlin is up above. He's got the Shatter ready to go. It's going to be the Graviton here. Oh, the Tire gets taken down instantly, though, and so does Garbage Time himself with the sticky bumps from Xylem there. And Delta is just going to be leading the charge through. And unfortunately for SU, they're just not able to respond at this moment to the force that is Baldwin University. Takeo has been keeping them alive this entire time. This is the Mercy play that I've talked about every single time it comes up. Hammer Down coming through is not going to be getting any stuns. The Shatter, though, in response from Shadow Merlin, is going to be 2 stunned up here. As SEU doing the best they can to finally get a counterattack here. The heals got to come through, and they do. Delta gets taken down. Hybrid going to be flying away. And SEU finally gets Baldwin to start retreating. And it feels good when you do that, folks. Narwhal Lord at the full charge mark there. And they have 2 ultimates ready. But Baldwin just about has 4 ready to go. Of course, then again, SU with both the Zarya and the Lucio ultimate just hitting right below that 90% mark. Going to be waiting to get those up, and they're going to be sitting pretty good. Oh, the sleep on a Narwhal Lord, though. The charge is going to be blocked by Shadow Merlin, keeping him alive here. And you're going to want those. It's going to be Imperium falling off the map, unfortunately. Yeah, it was coming in onto Xylem here with the Echo ultimate. The Shatter coming through. Garbage Time is going to be shattered up with that. And Shadow Merlin, though, is going to say, you know what, I'm a Reinhardt too. But unfortunately, it's not going to last forever, and he's going to have to back off. It's now Baldwin making their way to the second point with no one to contest. 3 minutes on the clock as they make their way here. Shadow Merlin going to look to contest a little bit here without where's your team at? It is going to be the Graviton coming through. The High Noon is not going to get anything accomplished there, unfortunately. Barrier is going to be there, going to be stunning up Hybrid in the sky. But it will be Baldwin getting to point number 2 and getting an extra 2 minutes on the clock. Or not 2 minutes, a minute 20 on the clock here. Is now SU making their way through here to try and get them off of the point, but unfortunately with the antis and all the fire coming down, SU will have to back up a bit. Heals coming through for the side of Baldwin. They've got 5 ultimates ready to go with Echoes at 40%. They're looking to be in a good spot here. Sound Barrier coming through from the side of SU here. They're going to be holding on as long as they can. It will be Hybrid taken down already in this fight here. And without your Diva, that's pretty bad. The Shatter, though, is going to secure 3 from Delta. And the Nano on him is going to be dealing a lot of damage. But SU still up. They're only down 1 versus 3. And they're going to be taking this fight as a victory for the side of SU here. Forcing them back, saying, hey, you got to retreat. This is our base. This is our time. And unfortunately for you, you're just going to have to sit outside and wait your turn. Because this is for us and us alone. You know, Garbage Time going to be finding Silent Sword with the fist on the side here. But it is going to be Pyro shooting at him with his own nades. And Silent up in the sky. But Garbage Time just has to deal with Pyro first here. Because unfortunately for a Junkrat, dealing with a flyer is not something you want to be doing if you can help it at all costs. Now, SEU is going to still be on the defensive here. 2 minutes 45 on the clock here. They have just about 4 ultimates ready to go with that sound barrier looking like to be a 5th. It will be the tire coming out, the tire grab combo coming through. It's unfortunately going to be blocked by the shield there, and Garbage Time gets taken down by Hybrid there. And now it is going to be Xylem taken out though, which is good because that personality matrix is almost ready to go. Valkyrie's up though from Takeo though, and the healing's coming through. He's looking to get the res on the Xylem, and he's unfortunately not going to get it. Xylem respawns, has the personality matrix though when he gets back. And Garbage Time actually swapping over to the Soldier here. I don't think that's a bad call, especially with the Echo. You want to shut her down as much as possible. And to be honest, if you get the Junkrat, the double Junkrat turret, oh, my goodness, Silent Sword taken down though, but Xylem is going in with the Echo Ryan here, and there's, just before the shower gets through, SEU takes him down. Silent Sword is going to be resurrected here, and now SEU just has to look to keep them back a little bit longer. It looks like they're going to succeed for now. Garbage Time at 53% on his ultimate here, and overall the ult economy looking pretty good for the side of SEU with 3 ultimates up versus just about 2 on the side of Baldwin here, and both of those being tank ultimates. One of them with the big CC, and yeah, you got the self-destruct, but unless you want to combine those, the CC and the self-destruct, unfortunately, the self-destruct is going to have a bit of a problem connecting with people. It's going to be the grab coming up, and it's going to be the self-destruct in response to try to force it back. Garbage Time actually gets taken down by that. I was going to say with the sprint, it's going to be pretty easy for Soldier to get out of the way, but apparently I was wrong in that regard. Shadow Merlin and Delta just having it out, duking it out here with the hammers on the front line here. It's going to be Takeo popping the Valkyrie, and here comes the Earth Shatter coming through. It's going to be securing 2 stuns here on SEU. And now 45 seconds on the clock, and finally Baldwin makes their way into the base here. It took them a while, but they finally made it, securing a kill onto Imperium here. And now the Hybrid is going to be flying away here. It's going to be Garbage Time raining down fire from above. Nano Boost coming through, but it's going to be stunned and shoved up here by the Shatter. Xylem, though, is going to almost have the visor ready to go. They got the tire as well. And now here it comes. The tire, there it is. The tire finally getting up, and it's going to be securing both supports here. SEU cannot have that at this moment in time. You need your supports on defense, especially here, since you're not getting the healing from the payload. Imperium just trying to get as much damage as he can. Here comes the High Noon. It is going to be securing 2 kills on the Takeo and Asylum. Those are good picks. It is overtime as well. Garbage Time, he's got his ultimate. Here it comes. It's up and ready to go, but he's pretty close to that Reinhardt's got to get through that shield, and he's going to be able to do it and get a couple kills going here. The tanks are back, though. They just need to keep them up a little bit longer. But it's not going to come through. Narwhal Lord here on the ball, just going to be trying to stall out, shove them off as much as possible, just looking to get those mines ready to go, because if you get those mines, then hey, they can't stall. And now it's going to be the entirety of Baldwin just doing their best to get back to the point. Xylem pops his ult, but finally, right at the end, SEU gets them off the point. And now SEU just has to make an almost full push of 73.45 meters. And they will secure victory for them in the set against Baldwin University. Whoo! Folks, this has been fun. It's been good to see Dorado again. I talked about like, hey, I haven't seen Hollywood in a while. I haven't seen Dorado in quite a while either. And I gotta say, I'm excited to see that. Oh, that poor stool. That poor stool. Regardless, though, as we're going through the streets of Mexico here, and we're getting ready for this final one, it looks like we're going to be running... Oh, wait a sec. Hold up. Oh. No! I wanted to see it, but unfortunately we're not going to be seeing it here. SEU, though, going to be running pretty standard. Overall, I'm stretching. I'm realizing... Realizing I'm getting stiff. I'm sitting in this chair and casting. It happens. I'm old. Just kidding. I'm not that old. Jokes. Jokes are fun. Anyways, though, as we get ready to do this, it is going to be Pyro on the far ahead, which we've seen before, and we've seen it be a bit of an issue for SEU to deal with, where they're just not able to kill it too much. And they have Takeo on the Mercy once again, which, of course, has been pretty good for them overall. Jeez, every time it's played. And the fire coming through. It's going to be garbage time, though. Going for the flank, but it's going to be spotted out by Hybrid here. Going to be making his way back underneath, though. They won't expect the double fake out here. Oh, he ran away? No. He's right here. He's grabbing the full kit. I want to see this through. Austin, this is your moment. So let's see it. Here we go. It's going to be going on the silent sword. He misses a couple of the shots, though, here. Just got to get used to the hops, baby. And unfortunately, those hops are going to be too much for garbage time as he's going to have to back up. They're making their way to the archway, though. Imperium taking extremely low, but the heals are coming through from Pool Shark here. Shadow Merlin and Xylem are both down. That's a tank and a DPS. So overall, I would say in favor of Baldwin here. But Baldwin are going to be the ones backing up here. Xylem was just a quintessential part of their team here. And it's going to be SU almost to the first point. But it is going to be Baldwin starting to contest here. The window is almost ready to go for Silent Sword. I'm assuming we're probably going to get this pop next team fight. If not this one, since SU is deciding to stay so long. No, it's going to be the grab. The sound barrier coming out here, keeping everyone alive as long as possible. Full charge for Hybrid here. Valkyrie ready to go and take over. Going to be popped here just about instantly. Shatter coming down. It's going to be securing two members here, both tanks. The grab coming up from SEU. And now Imperium just has to lay into him here with the help of Narwhal and Pool Shark. Pool Shark keeping him alive as long as possible. Narwhal just tanking as much damage as he can. He's got almost full charge here. Damage is coming through. Nobody can, but here comes the soldier ult from Xylem now. And it's just going to be dealing tons and tons of damage as SU and the rest of the team makes their way back towards the market, but they're going to have to retreat for now. SU just going to have to lie and wait. They have to wait for their opportunity here, right? They have two ultimates ready to go, and two ultimates are just about ready to go on the side of Baldwin as well. My nose is clogging up. Whew. Okay, we're fine. But these ultimates have to be great from SEU here. Oh, the stun, though. The shatter is going to hit three members of SEU, and it's going to make them lose one. The window comes up from Pool Shark, though, and that's going to deter the entirety of Baldwin for a little while here. Shadow Merlin is going to be charging in. The Immortality Field's going to be keeping alive. Heals are starting to come through the bubble as well, and that charge is going to be massive. Is now Pyro trying to make his way back here, but it is going to be SU getting it to the first point here. And now looking to make their way to the second. 3 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock here. Just has to make it almost all the way. Now, folks, as we get ready for this next big team fight, it will be garbage time. Going up against Pyro, you can't fight a Pharah if you're Reaper, buddy. It's just not how this works. But you know, sometimes a pig can fly. Unfortunately, that just wasn't one of those times. Now, it will be 3 ultimates ready on the side of both teams here, but Quinn with the Shatter just about ready to go, so make it 4. Justice reigns from above, though, from Pyro, and Pyro just gets dusted by Narwhal Lord there. Graviton Surge from Narwhal Lord is going to be up. It's going to be Takeo popping the Valkyrie to help keep everyone alive. No one dies from the grab exactly, but that Shatter is going to be coming through. Here comes the High Noon from Imperium. And pow! It's going to secure 1, and the Death Blossom will secure another 3. And that's going to be SU winning the fight here and getting some more push on the payload. Look at that, folks. It's going to be the double DPS ults to help get the push through. And with that, SU is looking to get it through to this next point, but Baldwin is looking to stall here as long as possible. Garbage time on the flank once again. Let's see what he can do here. He gets some damage, not a heck of a lot, but damage is damage nonetheless. The heals are coming through. Barriers up here, stopping the grab from getting a whole lot. Window comes up as well. It's the double window. It's going to be a kill onto Pyro and Delta, though. And SU, as they get it past the point, they just have to get it to the end here, and it will all be over. They got to get through this door. I don't really get the point of this door. I'll be kind of honest with you. This door is literally just like 6 seconds of stall time for free for the defensive team here. I don't understand the point of it, to be honest with you. But it will be SEU on the push here. They're looking pretty good. They're approaching the end zone here. They're approaching the final bend. They're making a left turn, and the garbage time is making a left turn right into the back line of Baldwin. He can't hit the last shot, though, onto Takeo there. Garbage time. You got to hit those shots, buddy. The Graviton is not going to have them for enough, as it will be Pyro stalling long enough. The Shatter is not going to connect, though, through the Rhine shield here. Garbage time, he gets stunned up. He's going to Wraith walk away. This is it, Austin. This is your moment. Get the Death Blossom and win the game here. Here we go. He's got the Blossom. He gets one, but he gets hooked and he gets taken down here. And now, SU, they're down 1, but they're down 3 on the side of Baldwin here, and the contests are coming through, but they got both takes, they got the supports here. Here comes the tire from Pyro, but it gets taken down almost instantly, and it's not going to get any worse, and SU takes game number 4, takes the set. I know it says Baldwin, but I forgot to switch the names. But SU takes it 3-1, ladies and gentlemen, against Baldwin University, and Garbage Time gets play of the game. Here we go. Let's see it. The Death Blossom that helped win them this team fight. There it is. Look at that. Quintuple kill for Garbage Time, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, SU takes the match, takes the set. And it has been another fantastic night of Overwatch with all of you. We will see you guys tomorrow. For Rocket League, as I recall, we'll have a couple games of Rocket League. It will be good. And then, of course, we'll see you guys on Sunday for Coco and Casters. But until then, have a fantastic rest of your evening, and we'll see you then.